Hello viewers, welcome you all for Aptitude training problems on train. Before solving the problem, let me explain you the basics. We know the general expression speed is equal to distance by time, time is equal to distance by speed, and distance is equal to speed into time. In order to express the speed in meter per second from kilometers per hour, we need to multiply the value with the conversion factor of 5 by 18. In order to express the speed in kilometers per hour from meter per second, we need to multiply the value with the conversion factor of 18 by 5. Let me explain you the concepts of problems on train. The distance travelled by a train while crossing a man or a tree or a signal post is equal to length of the train. The distance travelled by a train while crossing a platform is equal to length of the train plus length of a platform. The distance travelled by a train crossing another train irrespective of direction of travel of the trains is equal to length of both the trains. The relative speed of any two objects travelling in the same direction is the difference of their individual speeds. If the speed of first object is s1 and if the speed of second object be s2, then their relative speed is given by s1 minus s2. The relative speed of any two objects travelling in the opposite direction, either coming towards each other or moving away from each other, is the sum of their individual speeds. Rs is equal to s1 plus s2. The time taken for two trains of lengths L1 and L2 meters moving towards each other at a speed of s1 and s2 meter per second to cross each other is given by L1 plus L2 divided by s1 plus s2. If two trains of length L1 and L2 meters moving in the same direction at a speed of s1 and s2 meter per second, then time taken by the faster train to cross a slower train is given by L1 plus L2 divided by S1 minus S2. If two trains start at the same time from point A and B towards each other, and after crossing they take A seconds and B seconds in reaching P and A respectively, then A speed is to B speed is equal to square root of B is to square root of A. Problem number 1. A train 100 meter long is running at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Find the time taken by it to pass a man standing near the railway line. In this problem, they have given the length of the train, which is of 100 meter, the speed of train, which is of 30 kilometers per hour. Usually the time will be expressed in seconds. Therefore, the speed of train, which is in kilometer per hour, need to be expressed in meter per second. Therefore, we need to multiply the value with the conversion factor of 5 by 18. 30 into 5 by 18 will get around 25 by 3 meter per second. We know the general expression for time, which is given by distance by speed. Here distance is nothing but the length of the train, which is of 100 meters, divided by speed 25 by 3 will get around 12 seconds. Problem number 2. A train 100 meter long passes a man running at 6 kilometers per hour in the same direction in which the train is going in 10 seconds. The speed of train is. In this problem, they have given the length of the train, which is of 100 meter, time taken with the train to cross a man, which is of 10 seconds. Let us name the speed of train be s1 and speed of man be s2. We know that if two objects are traveling in the same direction, then their relative speed is given by the difference of their individual speeds, which is given by s1 minus s2. We don't know the value of s1 that we need to calculate here. Then s2 is equal to 6, that is nothing but the speed of the man who is running in the same direction. We know the general expression for speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. Instead of speed, we can substitute as a relative speed, which is of s1 minus 6, that is equal to distance. Distance is nothing but the length of the train, which is of 100 meter, divided by time, which is of 10 seconds. If I evaluate on the right hand side, I will get the value in terms of meter per second, but the left hand side is of kilometers per hour. In order to maintain the same unit, I will going to multiply the value which is on the right hand side with the conversion factor of 5 by 18 by 5. Therefore, the speed of the train is of 36 plus 6 will get around 42 kilometers per hour. Problem number 3. A train running at the speed of 60 kilometers per hour crosses a pole in 9 seconds. What is the length of the train? The speed of train, again the problem is of 60 kilometers per hour, but time is in seconds. We need to convert that speed into meter per second first. Therefore, 60 into 5 by 18 is equal to 50 by 3 meter per second. We need to calculate the length of the train. We know the general expression distance is equal to speed into time. Here distance is nothing but the length of the train, that is equal to 50 by 3 into 9. We will get around 150 meters. Problem number 4. A train passes a station platform in 30 seconds and man standing on a platform in 20 seconds. If the speed of train is 72 kilometers per hour, what is the length of the platform? Here there are two cases are there. Case number 1 is train passes a station platform in 30 seconds. And case number 2 is train passes a man who is standing on a platform in 20 seconds. Let us consider case number 2, that is train passes a man who is standing on a platform in 20 seconds. We know the general expression for speed is equal to distance by time. Here the distance is nothing but the length of the train, and time taken for the train to pass a man who is standing on a platform is of 20 seconds. They have given the speed in kilometers per hour. We need to convert that into meter per second. Therefore 72 into 5 by 18 is equal to length of the train divided by 20. From that we can calculate the length of the train, that is given by 72 into 5 by 18 into 20. We will get around 400 meters. Let us consider case number 1 in order to find out the length of the platform. We know the general expression speed is equal to distance by time. They have given the speed of the train, which is of 72 kilometers per hour. Let us convert that into meter per second, because distance will always be expressed in meters. Then 72 into 5 by 18 is equal to distance by time. Here distance is nothing but the length of the train plus length of the platform. We know the length of the train, which is of 400 meters, plus length of the platform, we don't know that value, divided by 30, that is the time taken by the train to cross a platform. If I evaluate it, I will get around 200 meters. Problem number 5. Two trains are running in opposite direction at the same speed. If the length of each train is of 120 meter and they cross each other in 12 seconds, then the speed of train in kilometers per hour is. We know that distance traveled by trains crossing each other irrespective of direction is equal to sum of the length of the train, that is equal to 120 plus 120, we will get around 240 meters. Time taken by the train to cross each other is equal to 12 seconds. Let us name the speed of train B S, and the speed of both the trains are same. Therefore their relative speed, which is the relative speed of trains which are traveling in the opposite direction, which is given by S plus S, that is equal to 2S. We know the general expression for speed is equal to distance by time. Let us substitute 2S for the speed, that is equal to distance is nothing but the length of both the train, which is of 240 meters, divided by time taken to cross each other is equal to 12 seconds. Therefore 2S is equal to 240 by 12, we will get around 20 meter per second. But they have given the speed, we need to express in kilometers per hour. Therefore we need to multiply the right hand side value with the conversion factor of 18 by 5. We will get around 72 kilometers per hour. 2S is equal to 72 kilometers per hour. We need to calculate the speed of the train. Therefore S is equal to 72 divided by 2, we will get around 36 kilometers per hour.